Huh. Oops.
Starting the Go Live.
Hello, everybody. Spotify, didn't it? Oh, well, yeah, it did. Sorry about that. Yo, hello. My name is John the Unwise Geek. Great data code today. I'm glad you. So, we had an awesome stream last Friday, working on the Geekbot, and I think I want to go ahead and you on that today. Have PS code already up and running and ready to go with the Geekbot code up there. So that is awesome. Let me go ahead and get that squared away too. So in case I ever have to go in there, ready to go. So hope everyone again is doing okay, and gonna go ahead and do some coding. Now, I was informed by my wife, who is in the chat, shout out community tea time, and she let me know my mic was hot while the intro was playing, and wetting the old whistle for the live stream, so I apologize for the impromptu audio mukbang. Usually ASMR content is not what I do, but so yeah, that happened. Moving on with life. Shoot, my lighting is flickering. Anywho, so yeah, we're gonna work on that today. Hopefully I'll be able to get that done, and then I think what I'm gonna do, I have to be honest with you, I'm getting a little burnt out on the every 3-day live stream. So I talked with Monica earlier today, and she kind of talked me out of doing anything too rash, and I think what's gonna go on is once I get the Geekbot squared away, and I generally have all the tools for my live stream that I wanted to, what I set out to do. So this is not an early termination by any means. What I think I'm going to do is, at least for a little while, scale back to maybe doing one or two live streams a week, and over the weekend, leave most of my weekdays free for work and family, whatnot, and yeah, do one good long live stream on the weekend, early enough for my European friends, and then yet late enough for my American friends to jump in without activities or church or whatever. Yeah, I think that's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope you're here to join me to do while I do that. One thing I do want to note is the content for those is going to take a little bit of a switch. Instead of me working on particular utilities for the channel, which I think I've done a lot of work and I got a lot done. I got more than my goals ever. I got more done than I could have ever dreamed. I originally started out for a soundboard. It got wildly out of hand. I'm going to start doing live learn. So if you watch any of these music streams, you'll often see that they'll have a period of time set aside where people can suggest songs that they learn. Now, I don't think I've ever seen anybody do that on a tech stream. And one of the skills I have prided myself on is the ability to pick up a new piece of tech or programming knowledge rather quickly. In recent years, however, as got a little older and the mind got a little duller, I would have to say I kind of got away from that a little bit, being able to catch on real quick. So I want to get back into that mode and start doing that just right over here on the live stream. Maybe share a little bit about what I'm learning with you, bounce questions off each other, bounce ideas and methodology around, generally have a good time doing what we do. I think in that regard, that's going to be an awesome, fun thing to do. And my first project in recognition of I won't say my first love, but one of my favorite things to do with a computer, Linux. In recognition of that, my first project is going to be Flutter. As you may or may not know, Flutter is going to be the toolkit that operating system that the Ubuntu distribution rather is going to be switching to in creating all of their homebrew toolkits. And community tea time, please correct me if I'm explaining this wrong at all about what Flutter is going to be about. Hi. Yeah, that's my first project. Now, usually when I'm doing any kind of learning, I put together, I'll put together some tutorials to follow along with, and I'll come up with some kind of idea, some utility or program that's a little more complex than the Hello World, your average Hello World, but covers things like major features of the programming. I know Flutter is probably going to have a lot of things to do with different UI components like Xbox, check marks, OK buttons, cancel buttons for that matter, so on and so forth. I'd like to do a project that uses that. Also your basic programming function as well. I don't know if Flutter is its own language or if it's a toolkit that sits atop another language. If it is a toolkit that sits atop another language, I hope it's a language that I know, or I might be live learning something else entirely. But yeah, things that I'd like to be able to cover in the course of learning a new language is, let me think. Conditionals. In Python we have if, and in different ways, if. Iteration. In Python we have fors, whiles, and I think we also have untils, but I very rarely use them. That sort of thing. Data types. Like what kind of data types we have: string, integer, array, dictionary, tuples, sets, that sort of deal. And other things might come up as we go along. Every language seems to have a different kind of workflow, And every language seems to have a different kind of workflow, and every programmer takes their own workflow to each language. So, very interesting seeing how that goes. Flutter, and evidently, reading the chat here, it sits on top of Dart, but we don't need to know Dart. And unfortunately, the Flutter guys didn't make it to Sprint at Canonical having in Frankfurt today, and all of this week for that matter. So no info from them today. Although evidently, had they been there, surely they would be at the bar. You can blame them. All right. So that being said, those are the future plans. Flutter. Also, there's another one, HTMX Django. I want to try out. Very similar to what I've been doing, but a different framework. And yeah, so I have a few things I want to try out, and all of you are there with me. That would be very awesome. And of course, I didn't say much during our conversation, but Monica did offer to join me on some of these live streams, and I'd very much like her to do that from time to time when she has time, and when something we are live learning is not going to turn into a live piss off moment. So let's not do that. Uh-oh. The microphone went limp. I understand this happens to all guys, but it's always surprising when it does. Always unexpected. Anyway, yes. All right. I'll get back to you on that. Okay. Is my mic cutting out? Hello? Okay, it might be a noise gate issue. Oh, okay. Might be I stopped talking. I don't know. Maybe? Hello? You can't hear me? How about now? Hello? I see the bars moving on OBS Studio. Icicles, popsicles, testing 1 2 3. That's not good. All right, so I am good. Any better now? No. Were you muted? Did you mute me? You muted me. Ah! Well, on the bright side, you're in good company. You're not the only one who mutes me, that's for sure. No worries, no worries. I'm glad it wasn't anything major, because if this microphone gets unplugged for any reason, I plug it back in, OBS is not going to pick it up with, OBS is not going to pick it up without a complete restart. So I ain't even mad. I'm just glad it didn't fall out. All right. So let's go ahead and get started, I think, on our code. So trying to remember. One thing I did notice here. Change this out to that. That was going to cause an error. That was so funny. Alright. So let's see. Let's go ahead and give this a try. Oh, by the way. Get that going. Did the Geekbot fail to start? Uh-oh. What happened? Did the connection just die out? There we go.
Welcome to Geekle. Please vote on your first guest.
Yeah, that was very weird. Oh, right. Alright, we kind of got to see how this plays out. Isn't it supposed to say, okay, could we register to vote for you? Written process guess. Oh, okay. What does it look like when there are multiple votes? So let's do this. Arg. Go ahead and stop.
The previous game of Geekle has been stopped.
And then let's go ahead and restart the Geekbot.
The Geekbot is online.
Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and Geekle start.
Welcome to Geekle. Please vote on your first guest.
When we say Geekle vote, what does that look like when? Okay, so it just takes that first argument. It doesn't. Ooh, that's not good. So basically what we need to do is have one command equal control, but then have another one equal vote. Sure. Alternatively, what we can do oh, there we go. We have a bunch of else ifs here, right? Could do is instead of else if looking for the arg equal the vote, let's just treat the argument as the vote itself. So instead of having to do equal vote and then the argument, have equal word vote else here, and if, and instead of saying there's no voting open at the moment, pass. So it won't actually do anything if they hash exclamation mark. Alright, so we'll save this. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Ah! Uh-oh. That error on 1.7. Oh yeah, I messed up there. Yep, okay, good.
The Geekbot is online.
Alright, so it'll start.
Welcome to Geekle. Please vote on your first guest.
Alright. Now, what that should do is it should start a 2.5 minute, no, a 3-minute vote. Now, I don't know if it's actually starting or not, so I'm going to print. Yeah, see, this isn't working because we should be receiving notifications like, you know, this is not a real word or something. So for some reason, no, it's a valid guess. One thing I'm going to do is change start to go, just because start is a 5-letter. So let's do this. It's full status. Yeah, didn't work. So there's something wrong with this. Alright, so we'll go ahead and bot has no object handle messaging. That's why. So this is on 198. Oh, that's right. We don't have to do self-handle messaging or handle messages. Aha.
The Geekbot is online.
Uh-oh. Ah, yeah, so I have to give Geekbot a second before I just immediately restart it, or else Twitch says no, you cannot join.
The Geekbot is online.
There we go. Oh, that's right. We don't do that anymore, do we? We should be using Geekle Go. Bot has no attribute game. Oh, that's right, because we're not it's treating start as a guess. So Geekle Go.
Welcome to Geekle. Please vote on your first guest.
Now, I thought I added some kind of crit statement for starting voting period, but see it. No, that didn't work. Right, so if guess in type game true, self geek will turn start. Passes that too. Which should say starting with pass. 1. 80 seconds later. Big Pod, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. Long time no see. How have you been? Hey, that's good. It beats the alternative. Boredom set.
The previous game of Geekle has been stopped.
That's good. I mean, or that's working, but it's almost like we're losing track of the game state as we're playing. Should go to handle message, and the first one of the first messages should be guess 1, and then it should start the turn, and then I'm gonna try moving the routine inside the no, I should not do that. One thing I will do though is set this for like 30-second voting periods, just to troubleshoot.
The Geekbot is online.
Okay. 14. Self. Okay, I see what. Try. Here it is. Try. Accept. Accept. Attribute error. That's the case. Pass. That else is.
The Geekbot is online.
Alright, so check that. Good, it passes. It doesn't break the bot or anything like that. That's good.
Welcome
Go.
to Geekle. Please vote on your first guest.
Yeah, see, at that point, it should register as a vote, process it, and then go from there. So, results equal. Am I not handling the result? Oh, yeah. Alright, that was stupid.
The Geekbot is online.
Alright, so let's try this.
Welcome to Geekle. Please vote on your first guest.
Alright, so we're gonna guess a door. Ooh, okay, so I'm missing a positional argument. Right, that's on 216.
The previous game of Geekle has been stopped.
216, handle message. Now, I don't need self anymore. There seems... Maybe it's new game process guest. Process guest. Oh, it needs a positional argument. I need to pass the game. So... What?
The Geekbot is online. Welcome to Geekle. Please vote on your first guest.
Alright, new error. Better. Alright, so this is... string indices must be... Uh-huh. Okay. What's up? So So this was on, I just forgot the air, on 258 of Geek. Indices must be integers. So this is getting this message here. So is it not return? And rock. Do something other than yes. Self dot. Now it takes the actual. Oh no. Okay. Okay, now this. Yeah, that should be fine. Oh, am I passing? Oh, I see. I see. So previously when I've done this, I've built, then that's just passing them, not necessarily the step we're on. All right, so how will this work? The fun part of doing
it is online.
Fun part of doing coding with a memory like a goldfish is like you code everything. Always something to learn.
Welcome to Geekle. Please vote on your first guest.
Alright, still. So this is on 217. I guess I do need to pass the long game. I have it here. That's probably causing error. Save that.
The Geekbot is online. Welcome to Geekle. Please vote on your first guest.
Okay, so that took the vote. It didn't die, but it didn't earn any data about the vote itself either. So with a vote like that, that should have been fine. It's going to be in the dictionary and all that. What it should have got is we're I haven't voted yet. One thing I also noticed is the voting period should have been done by now. So, implementing this as a routine. Maybe. Okay, take a look at that for a second. Should be getting okay, so I am getting something. It's tracking the vote, but it's just not running any message. So let's take a look. Message is blank, past equals true. For I in range, if user in self votes I, past equals false, we know that. If does pass, meaning I'm not in, the length of the guess is greater than 5, it's too long. If the word is too short, it asks false. Else, if guess not in word list, it evaluates. Or it comes back with this not a word. Else, error, a vote has already been recorded for you. We know that logic happens. If passed, it adds to the vote. It returns proc, self, make message, message, text. Separate this. Make sure I got that right. All right, so that works. Oh, okay, so it doesn't actually return any message if it... Ah, okay. That was a miss on my part.
Geekbot is online.
Go ahead and give... Alright, let's give Geekbot time to close connection to Twitch, and...
The Geekbot is online. Welcome to Geekle. Please vote on your first guest.
Whoops. I know what I did there. Yes, much better. Now I just have to look into the implementation of the voting period.
The Geekbot is online. Welcome to Geekle. Please vote on your first guest.
Boom. There we go. Now, just got to figure out why the voting period isn't. Okay, so it starts off in the processing area. So in handle message, if we get a guess in message type, meaning that it returned message with basically the indication that the next guess should be happening. It game in turn equals true, setting itself to a turn, and then self equal turn start. Now self in this case bot, but not starting the routine. I'm gonna try this bot equal turn. Let's try that.
The Geekbot is online. Welcome to Geekle. Please vote on your first guess.
Yeah, so it should have printed starting voting period. But we didn't see. So is not and non-asynchronous. Try that. Ooh. Expected a coroutine function. No. No, it cannot be a non-asynchronous. Or is that where I'm trying to call it? I guess I could just make a blocking function? I might have to implement. Yeah, that's still working even if it shouldn't.
The Geekbot is online.
Oops.
Welcome to Geekle. Please vote on your first guest.
Still no dice. Okay, so re-implementation. So instead of calling this Geekle turn, I'm renaming it the Geekle Con. Geekle Cron. I'm gonna get rid of the turn step logic. We don't need it. To delete that though. Now, how do we do that? We're changing this to 1. Now, if OS path exists, there. Now we need to, for OS, I'm gonna clean up these imports one day. Not today. Okay, so where did I put it? Here it is. OS path exists Geekle. With open Geekle cron as F classic. Oh, so I also need time. Port time. Here it is. Okay. So OS path exists. On time F. That's going to read an integer. We're going to if time now. I need to get the documentation for Python 3 time. So yeah, it's just time. So if time.time, meaning the time now, or the number of seconds now, greater than or equal to Prawn time plus 180. Say 180. That's our turn. Turn time equals 1. Please excuse me for just 1 second. I will be right back. There we go. I'm back. All right. So, if time, which is top time, is greater than or on time plus time. All right, thank you, dear. So if time is greater than or equal to run time plus turn time, number of seconds since epoch plus number of seconds that indicate turn, going to tally vote and tie break. Cool. All right, so votes. Turn step equals 0. Good. And we want to not stop the prompt. Right. So how do we start the have a command bot start. Here. Self full on start. That's going to start the cron when bot start happens. Now, how do we set the get a type of guess instead of equal turn start? Going to do. Wait a minute. I have to look into how maybe we could access the game from Cron without causing error. Here, once we get a guess step, what we need to do is start the cron by open cron as right. Right. String time.time and there. So we're going to start it. It's going to create a cron time. Then in a period of time, should have guessed. Take a look at cron first. And let's add some cool. Alright, so let's go ahead and restart and give it a shot.
The Geekbot is online.
Alright. Let's bot start. Should see you see an error. Ooh, required positional argument. I just got done saying that too. Game equals self new game. That may get an error, but we'll see. Drop this again.
The Geekbot is online.
Alright, now, okay, so we did get an attribute error. No attribute. Alright, so what we need to do is except for that attribute. Try. Yeah, so we're just gonna pass it and just let it go because there's no game going on, so we don't need the Geeklecron. Very fast way. Oh. Alright, sweetheart. I love you very much. Sleep sweet. I will talk to you in the morning. I'm um very much have sweet dream.
The Geekbot is online.
Okay. Like it didn't cause any.
Welcome to Geekle. Please vote on your first guest.
Didn't make Geeklecron. Oh, because it's not getting the step in handle message. It's getting. Now I gotta find handle message and go through all of these. think game over. Facing here. There we go. Yes, it game over. Great. Probably why the run wasn't starting before. Honestly. Oh, we'll see how it works. All right. Go ahead and kick it off.
The Geekbot is online.
Wrong. There we go. That should work better.
The Geekbot is online.
Oh. Yep, too fast. Give it a second for the WebSocket to close.
The Geekbot is online. Welcome to Geekle. Please vote on your first guest.
Ah. Ring. Oh. Have to share its return.
The Geekbot is online. Welcome to Geekle. Please vote on your first guest.
Valid literal for integer with base 10. Wait for integer to load. Get it. Well, I'm gonna have to look into float. Turn time. I could just start it out as a fast it.
The Geekbot is online. Welcome to Geekle. Please vote on your first guest.
Far so good. So the cron wrote, I'm using 180, right? Alright, we'll give it a few minutes. I need to include a timer command that says how much time is left. Alright. I cannot handle it. You fucking... So we'll save that. Tron. Thing I will do is here at the end of what I will do at the end of less move so it doesn't rerunning every time the song comes around. Alright, so that again with our last turn time.
The Geekbot is online. Welcome to Geekle. Please vote on your first guest.
Okay. Now we should see something in 30 seconds. I did not mean to do that.
The previous game of Geekle has been stopped.
Uh-oh. Okay, so that didn't work. So canceling does not. Ah. Here we go. I will. Oh, so that's in game over. That's not even in the cancel. Oh, okay, so game in progress equals false is assignment. Game of false equals false. What is it called again? A comparative operator. It's called a comparative operator. Comparison. So basically equals false. Click on here. Test bool false. Print test bool. It's true because it's doing a comparative and not an assignment. All right. So now that that's corrected, cancel should also work.
The Geekbot is online. Welcome to Geekle. Please vote on your first guest.
Now that should have started a on. Good. So well, that didn't seem. So I'm gonna have to do some thinking about the implementation of the Geeklecron. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call it a bit of an early. Thank you, everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and check in what I have to the repository. So if you have any interest in checking out the code for yourself on a monitor that is much bigger than what I stream, don't hesitate to go out to the repository and check it out. Also, if you haven't already, follow me on Twitter on the Unwise Geek. Every link for the GitHub and the Twitter is down in my channel description. Thank you so much for coming. Really appreciate you coming. And while I'm coding, yeah, I love to do that. And I really like to have some company while I do it. So I will be back 5:30 p.m. Friday, barring any unforeseen circumstance. And once we finish out this week, we'll start going over to that Saturday or Sunday. As always, keep an eye on my Twitter for any new news. Reach out to me if you have any questions. With that, you have a great day. I will see you on Friday. Hey, Mycroft, roll the outro.
Please rephrase your request.
Hey, Mycroft, play the outro.
I'm